and been causing the pain for many years. You know what I'm saying? But we see Maggie, I guess her name is Maggie. I don't know, whatever her stupid name. You know what I'm saying? Let's find out what's going on with her. Because there's a lot of people that get up here and they all they're doing is facilitating down the same old garbage road while, you know what I'm saying, we still don't see clear pictures as to what it is that's truly going on. You know what I'm saying? When we look at this situation. You know what I'm saying? When we look at this situation. But we see Maggie Herberman, you know, team drops bombshell from what we see, a bombshell on the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, to be election plot memo to deprive Joe Biden of electoral votes. She could drop whatever bombshell she wants, but we ain't seeing the note. Where's the note? Put the note up there. Let's see the note. Since you're talking all that hardcore shit, Mrs. Herbun, a little more like Durbin, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. New York Times correspondent and CNN News, oh yeah, crooked ass propaganda spreading, word playing, lying ass CNN, Maggie fucking Herberman from CNN, crooked ass news. And her team dropped a big scoop. Yeah, that you probably fucking chumped up like you made those pictures a while back showing Trump doing all kinds of stuff that he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? And saying stupid shit. But you drop a bombshell unseen memos outlining a strategy to overturn Joe Biden's, you know what I'm saying, election victory. Then President Trump, you know what I'm saying, overturn then President, what? Overturn the victory over then President Trump, you know what I'm saying? The political and media world has been, you know, transfixed by the news that the President of the United States has been indicted by Special Counsel Jack Smith grand jury, you know what I'm saying, for his attempt to overturn the 2020 presidential election before and on January Baphomet Luciferian 6, 2021. You know what I'm saying? But Trump faced charges of conspiracy to defraud the United States. No, defraud how? When y'all bitches done did that a million times over talking about some demon, crooked ass, twist mode Democrat, fork tongue ass. You know what I'm saying? You talking about some defraud. Yeah, rape, United States, conspiracy to obstruct official proceedings, obstruct of and attempts to obstruct. Shut the, y'all sound like a cornball. Official proceedings and conspiracy against rights. Yeah, On new, everything that you just mentioned is what the demon Democrats did to black people and many other races of people in this country with their racist ass. You know what I'm saying? One new piece of evidence revealed in the indictment was a memo by Trump, Kenneth Cheesy Bro, or whatever the name looks like, more like Cheesy Not, you know what I'm saying, outline the strategy to keep Trump in power. You know what I'm saying? On Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? On Tuesday, report team, uh, hand what her name is, Harberman, Haberman or whatever, Charlie Savage and Luke Broadwater published the memo they exclusively obtained. Now let's see what the memo says. The lawyers allies with Trump, you know, saying Donald J. Trump, first laid out a plot to use false slates of electorals to subvert the 2020 election. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. Again, wordplay and propaganda. You know, this is subvert the 2020 election in previously unknown internal campaign memos. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying, prosecutors are portraying as a crucial link in how Trump team efforts involved into the criminal conspiracy. Yeah, okay. The existence of the December 6th, Luciferian 6 again, 2020 memo came to light last week. What the fuck? Where's the fucking memo, clown? You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to hear all that rhetoric, bullshit ass talk? even if in the end the Supreme Court would likely end up ruling that the power in the court, the vote in the sense of revolving controversial concerning them does not lie does not lie with the president of the Senate, but instead lies with Congress. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I don't give a flying fuck what no, whatever note they have is bullshit propaganda and a whole bunch of lying ass shit. You know what I'm saying? We see George Conway say, you know, I think he's saying one brutal thing needs to happen to the GOP. Well, let's find out what he's talking about. While we have bigger problems across the waters and across the land, you know what I'm saying, in old ways, they up here sitting up here worrying about some bullshit ass piece of shit. And the people don't have time for a lot of this stuff. The people need money. See. This is what they do when they get in office. This is a demon democrat. Everything you see going on is a demon democratical bullshit that they always run every time they find their back against the wall. Their back is against the wall right now because Trump and them ain't playing with their behinds. They thought they was going to be able to slide. You know what I'm saying? But they always cause major controversy. They always cause major problems in the United States. You know what I'm saying? And then use all type of trickery schemes and garbage in order to build itself out of everything in itself. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it. But we see, in other words, Republicans have, have uh, uh, what are you saying? Have addicted themselves to Trump lies like crack. And that's you talking about Creep Joe Biden and them when you're talking about the crack pipe. You know what I'm saying? Tell Hunter Biden, get his lips off the pipe. Why are you trying to tell us these different names? You know what I'm saying? Talking about like crack and the party is gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you and every demon Democrat that follow the God is what you're talking about. Said a conservative attorney. Yeah, this who's saying it. I'm not case. You know what I'm saying? You get out of my face with that. You know what I mean? One state bill could change local elections, you know what I'm saying, occur. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they're gonna try to change all type of things. But we see Buffalo, a bill that could soon reach New York, Governor Kathy Hochul's desk, and she probably gonna sign it if it's crooked, would shift the year for local elections, like mayor and county's executive, from odd numbers to even number year. I think it's poorly, it's poorly politics. GOP strategist, Carl uh, Calabrese or whatever his name is, tells WBEN, you know what I'm saying? Even Democrats know that they do better in even numbers, in, do better in even numbers of years where they have a ticket leader of prominence. For example, that the governor is running or the president is running. And you tend to get voters out, you know what I'm saying, that might not otherwise come out in local election years. This because election years because they're just not high profile. It's just not a high profile race. So this is how they steal. A lot of people not being interested. But the people need to start to be more interested in what's going on in your elections when it comes to those that get in there and they make all the rules. You know what I'm saying? Because you elected them and gave them that power to begin with. But what you should be looking at is the power to police those same people, and if they found guilty in any shape or form, to either be prosecuted or removed from government and their tenure taken away. You know what I'm saying? He is a he is in trouble. GOP governor, uh, 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 sport mayor warning for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell he talking about, his cornball ass. You know what I'm saying? GOP governor spots major warning for Trump in later polls. Nah, I don't see it that way. I see in later polls that people is crazy and want to go down that Luciferian Baphomet blood sucking road. You know, well, keep voting for the clowns you voting for. That's not going to stop because people will be it's just that stupid. And Lord knows what's in them that can be activated by remote control, you know what I'm saying, or cell phone and had them jumping off the side of the building. You know what I'm saying? Because they continue to go down the road with these clowns. You know what I'm saying? But with Trump may have to give campaign donations back, ex FBI official. Yeah, I bet you your dumbass ain't giving shit back and sending all our money over to Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? And every other war around the planet that y'all fucking chumped up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, every other war y'all chumped up. You know? In World War One. You know? We see my man Tony, I guess his name is Lunaz or whatever, sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he should get that much time because you have bail reform, don't you? You're the criminals who murder people and fucking kidnap them and slaughter and cut their throat to get out of jail and go to a sanctuary city and run and shit. You giving them a head start. But we see Massachusetts state of emergency declaration. What you need to know now. You know what I'm saying? What we need to know is Massachusetts ain't nothing but seem to have a sellout that going on with their Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? So we know where they stand. You know what I'm saying? We know where they stand in their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know? But we see here where um, the Suffolk County Sheriff Earl, I can't see him there. His name it look like Toulon or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A law enforcement innovator. You know what I'm saying? Good for him. Keep up the good work, brother. Keep up the good work. You know what I mean? In more ways than one. We see Jim Jordan reveals smoking gun against creepy ass Biden. This is coming in by Andrew Stanton, you know what I'm saying, on the 5th, 8th, 2023, you know what I'm saying, at 12:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the Newsweek politics. You know what I'm saying? But we see here with Representative Jim Jordan unveiled, he unveiled, he unveiled his smoking gun, evidence that the pre-Joe Biden administration collaborating with Meta companies leaders to remove information about COVID, you know what I'm saying, 19. Imagine that. Meta out there with Mark, the duck, the nut, crooked ass, nut kids, herb ass looking, Baphomet sucking, Freemason probably having, you know what I'm saying, crooked ass individual would do something like that. Like I said, it ain't just ending with the Pete Joe Biden party, the hospital workers, and all kinds of different people involved in this garbage. It goes all the way to the media, so and so on. But we see Jordan in more ways than where my point. We see Jordan in more ways than one. We see Jordan and Ohio Republicans who chaired the House Select Subcommittee, you know what I'm saying, on the weaponization of the federal government, led its Republican members in filing and, saying, a miscuous and miscuous um, briefing in case State of Missouri versus the creepy ass Nut Biden. The lawsuit filed by the state of Missouri and Louisiana accused creepy ass nutcase wannabe president, cheating ass administration of governmental overreach, including attempting to suppress information they do not agree with online. Imagine that. Man, Gestapo for real. Like Germany just before the war. You know what I'm saying? But Germany, Germany just before the war, which is true. You know what I'm saying? Because they did the same thing anyway. Jordan and, it looked like a stanch creep Joe Biden critic, has for weeks said that the committee uncovered smoking gun evidence showing that the members of the administration collaborated with Meta, Facebook, parent companies, Facebook parent company, to remove information relating to the COVID-19 pandemic, including lab leak theories and juicing misinformation. The juicing information, misinformation. Oh yeah, everything was misinformation. Oh, they ran a beautiful scheme and a whole lot of big intelligent words as well. But the Joe Biden administration, however, has previously defended efforts to coordinate with social media to, mitigate the spread of misinformation, argued that doing so would protect the public. But public health as a social media platform becomes a breeding ground for misinformation and conspiracies relating to the pandemic. That's wordplay, bullshit, and straight up lying in your face. And that's all that is. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real in more ways than one. But we see the House Republican, presents their evidence that Joe Biden administration pressured Facebook to stifle COVID-19 posts in the Monday night briefing. You know what I'm saying? Newsweek reached out to Jordan office via phone calls as well as the White House, and Meta via email for comments. Imagine that. In one instance, presented in the briefing, the Joe Biden administration allegedly requested for Meta officials to take down information, to take your fucking post down information, take down information that the COVID-19 virus could have coordinated from a Now Institute of Virology. Many scientists initially rejected the notion that, of course, that the virus could have coordinated from a lab, which is right, because to me, even if it did or didn't, it don't make no difference now. The damage is already done. Dismissal of the theory as a conspiracy, but more research has resonated the debate, has reiterated the debate as to the pandemic origins. Joe Biden's own Department of Energy concluded in February that the virus, that the virus likely stemmed from a lab leak. No, I believe the virus was created, if there is one, in that lab. It didn't leak anywhere. It was used as saying, this is true, this is what happened, this is true, so we got to jam you like, we do. The briefing include an alleged email from Meta employees starting stating, I'm sorry, that the company was under pressure from the administration to suppress posts related to the lab leak theory. You know what I'm saying? This pressure was directed and, you know what I'm saying, directed and coercive. For example, the administration tried to suppress discussions of COVID origins when a Facebook executive asked in July 2021 why the company censored the COVID lab leak theory, which they probably wanted to get out anyway, and and exec and uh, I guess it's you know, with the theory itself and an exclusive in change I guess charge of contents policy development said, you know what I'm saying, because we were under pressure from the administration to do so. The same Facebook executives, you know what I'm saying, when we look up here, we see the executives in, we see the same executives, you know, confess that the company shouldn't have done it. The briefing reads, but the damage is already done. What needs to happen is those who was involved in such a thing needs to pay a penalty, especially Mark Zuckerberg needs to be put up on court Hague, you know what I'm saying, on trial for his involvement with the government to censor freedom of speech, a constitutional law in the Constitution given to the people by right. Same thing Biden did when he started making people stay at home, wear masks inside, outside, and the only alternative out of this whole shit that he put into your head is that you would have to do this to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with the people's money, you know, ways. Then he blows the ceiling, the debt ceiling wide open, spending millions of dollars inflating, you know what I'm saying? He's inflating the country economy, and then, you know what I'm saying, keeping it there, and like, and it's making, you know, banks fail and all kinds of stuff. When all the banks fail, then it will crash. You know what I'm saying? In a separate email, an employee allegedly told Meta CEO Mark the Nut, just like Schumer, Doc Zuckerberg, cuckoo ass, you know what I'm saying, and co co Cheryl, looked like Sandberg, that the company was facing continuous pressure from external uh, 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 stakeholders, including the White House and the press, to remove more COVID-19, you know what I'm saying, juicing, discouraging content, you know what I'm saying, the briefing alleged. Yes, they did. They did do that. It was a reason for them to do that. This was part of their schematical game. Like I said, it was more than one game played. It wasn't just one game in this matter that was played. It was a whole bunch of games played. And by now, people should see and do your studies on that, because we need to catch these motherfuckers at their game. But when reach for comments on Tuesday, the White House spokesman referred Newsweek to a previous remark from, guess who? Jean Nutcase Pierre. Who would believe any fucking thing that nutcase have to say is a jackass? You know what I'm saying? We have promoted responsible actions to protect the public. No, you did not. Health and safety. No, you did not. And security. No, you did not. You know what I'm saying? When confronted by challenges like a deadly pandemic, that's a lie again. There ain't no deadly pandemic. You are lying, you are lying, and you are lying. You use the pandemic as a way to get that jamboree into the people. That's all that was about. You know what I'm saying? That's why the pandemic had to be in order to move the people into that position and then for them to be able to use executive orders. Like I told you in my first lives, they're going to use that so now they can embark all kinds of executive orders on the people, but and disrespect the people's constitutional rights in a belief that there is a pandemic and we have to get you jamboreed up. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it during, July, the briefing, and we have consistently made clear that we believe social media companies have a critical responsibility to take an account of the effect of their platform. That is bullshit again from the demon Democrats, because we're responsible for the content. The content is already up there, and the content is freedom of speech and freedom of trajectory based on them having a platform such as this. The last thing they need, and you should be worried about, since you were doing such a great job at fucking up the people's minds anyway with the garbage that you do see on many of these platforms and YouTube and different things of people dying and being killed and run over and all kinds of nastiness going on. Probably even showing people being kidnapped, a grown ass man trying to kidnap a little 12-year-old girl waiting for the school bus and all kinds of shit going uptown Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? And the responsibility you talking about, you never took was that interesting until you get to this one, and this one becomes the most powerful interest you have in the platform. You know what I'm saying? Talking about a platform that they have on the America people while making independent decisions about the contents of theirs of their platform. The That continues to be the case that has not changed on what we believe here. Jean Claude Nutcase as he is lying ass. She's lying. You know what I'm saying? But the Joe Biden administration previously said they were in touch with social media companies to combat misinformation. No, see, they're using this word misinformation as a catalyst to say that I'm right. So you could really use this word misinformation as to put the blame on the people when they're the ones that's doing the misinformation, and they're the ones that jamboreeing up the people with this juicing program, and they don't want you to say anything other than to shut your mouth, shut the fuck up, do what I tell you, and go home. We're talking about misinformation about the virus. You know what I'm saying? You ain't giving people no information about the virus. All you talking about is some Wu Noun laboratory and all kinds of garbage that they saw. But you ain't giving them no real information, and you never did.